What's up guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do an unboxing of the prototype deck for the ARCOIRIS edition of the Eyeris Tarot. I'm really excited to see how bright and vibrant the colors are. Just for warning, and also I guess for warning of myself, because it is a prototype deck, there might be printing errors. I don't know. It's the first print run of the deck that they're doing. So it's likely that I might see printing errors or something in the stack. That doesn't mean that that's how the final version is going to be. But this is just a hard proof for me to look at just to make sure everything looks good for when the decks are ready to print, assuming it does get funded, of course. If not, then I will have the first and only copy. Okay, let me open this up and then we'll get to the flip through. So right off the bat, I noticed they did not round the corners like I asked, and they sent two. I thought I was just gonna get one. The hard proof is for me to be able to make sure that the image is printed correctly on the cards as well. But one thing I am gonna mention to them is that they didn't round the corners. So maybe I can see if they can send me one with rounded corners, because the point is for me to also be able to see how the deck is gonna look like as if it was finished, you know, because I want to see how much it would cut off from the cards when they round the corners and things like that. With them being sharp corners, it's a little awkward, and I don't know, it does change the look of the deck, I'll say that. All right, let me get this card condom on because it's really on there. First, we're going to talk about the back. So this is the new backing of the cards, and this is the old one. So this is what it should look like with the rounded edges, just so you guys know. But comparison, first edition, ARCOIRIS edition, really pretty, so vibrant in person. I'm loving it. So I did also notice the lamination on here is kind of falling off, but again, this is a prototype deck. Don't nobody be scared thinking they're gonna get decks like this, because I am going to review each and every card in each and every deck to make sure that they're perfect. All right, so this is the new Page of Swords. I don't know if you guys can tell through my camera, but it has that purpley glow on the sword here. This is comparing it to the old Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Again, with that slight purple glow, and then here's the old Knight of Swords, or Queen of Swords, and then here's the old Queen, the King of Swords. You can barely see it here because like all of their swords are blocking it. Here's the old version, and then the Ace of Swords. The little purpley glows on here, they're very subtle, but again, for the aces I wanted to add just like subtle hints of purple glow. And then here's the original for the ace, and now we're going on to the rest of the minors. So these would stay the same. I think there's 3 minor cards that were changed, which I am going to show you a comparison with the old and the new, but just to see what the art looks like with the rainbow background is interesting. This cute mouse. They feel a bit, actually, hold on. Let's compare. No, it's the same. They did cut it down to the same size, they just didn't round the corners. It feels thinner for some reason. I think because the corners aren't round, I have like that optical illusion or something going on. It looks really cool seeing it with rainbows though, like just each of the cards in unison, I guess. Page of Wands. So the wand here has the little glow, and then here's comparison to the old one. The Knight of Wands, and then here's the old one. Queen of Wands comparing to the old one. The King of Wands, and then here's the old one. And then our Ace of Wands. And here's the old Ace. Really cool, look at that. Glowiness. We're going on to the minors on the Wands. I love this, how it's like, it's either a sunrise or a sunset, however which way you want to see it, but it just fits with the bunny sort of looking up. And I do like that some of the cards show you the full rainbow effect and other ones show you just a little portion of it. Like here you can see the whole rainbow effect. On the Eight of Wands, really pretty. Now we're in the Pentacles, and this one has the little pentacle with the little glowy green. Here's the original, our Knight of Pentacles, and then here's the original, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and here's the Ace of Pentacles, which has slight little hints of green glows on some of the flowers. And this is comparing it to the old one. And then these are the rest of the suit for the Pentacles. It's really cool seeing what part of the rainbow you see in each card. I also tried doing it where like I flipped it, where like blue going downwards to fuchsia purple would be down here. And I don't know, it just didn't look right when I was putting it against a few of the cards. This way just fit, having the blue down here into a fuchsia purple up there. Here's one that's different, the Ten of Pentacles. Look at the little glowy pentacles. So cute. Comparing it to, where is the old one? Here is the old one. And then this is the new one. That's a cool difference. Again, I like how it's either sunrise or sunset, however you want to see it, because of how this background is against the elephants. That's really cool. Now we're on the cups, so these are the little glowy details on the cups. And then here's comparing it to the old one. The Knight of Cups. You can barely see the glow, but again, that's because it's behind the Knight, because of where the cup is placed. And here's the old one. The Queen of Cups. The King of Cups. And the Ace of Cups. I was a bit worried about how the Ace of Cups was gonna look, because I didn't know if you'd be able to really see the blue behind the black clouds, but no, you can see it popping out. Still pretty decent. And here's comparing it to the old one. Two of Cups. Oh, this strong fuchsia pink going on here. That is very vibrant. Four of Cups. I like how the darkness of the little tentacles from the jellyfish are against the rainbow background. Seven of Cups. This is another one that I changed a little bit. So this one now has a little glow details on the cups, and then the old one had, I don't know if you guys can tell, little colored smokiness behind the cups. So this is one of the cards that also changed. The Ten of Cups is also another one that's slightly changed. So the cups up here have a little rainbowy glow effect. It's subtle though. I mean, obviously it's gonna look different on my screen where I draw compared to when it's printed out, which is why it's good to look at a hard proof of your deck before you start sending it to print. This is the old version, which had a rainbow waterfall sort of behind the cups. So that's the change in this one. And I believe that's all of the cards that had the changes to them. So all of the majors, which we're looking at now, are all the same, just a change in their backgrounds. I did keep some of the details pertaining to each card. For example, the little watery effect on this card does still have the light purple on one side and then the darker purple on the other side. I believe another card that has that is the Chariot and the Death card. Have something similar to that, but everything else essentially stayed the same. It just changed the background of them. Yeah, so here's the Chariot. See how it has the red watery effect lines? So that stayed. The Strength card. It's cute how you have this like teal green and then the pink fuchsia up here. Those are mainly the colors you see here with the Strength card. Maybe just a little hint of blue. But again, it's just because of how the art aligned with the rainbow background for it. Like those are the colors that you're gonna see. The Hermit. A Wheel of Fortune. Justice. The Hanged one, that's another one that kept the little color effects. This one is like a light gray. Oh, I like how you can see the spider webs down there against the blue. Death, here's another one that had the red, deep red colors still on there. Temperance, one of my favorite cards in the decks. I just love how the cups came out, first of all. It just looks really pretty. The Devil. Now with this one, in the original, you can see a little spider web sort of coming out of their fingers. This one, it's hard to see. You can slightly see it right here. But I think that's fine. Whether or not you see them, it's still, to me, it still makes sense because you're seeing obviously their hands above these two hearts as if they're trying to control these two different hearts with their hands. Does that make sense? The Tower. The Star. See, this one's also cool. It has that either dusk or dawn look to it. It's like, is it turning morning or is it turning night? Luna, aka the Moon. Another card that kept the little watery or vein-like textures with the original color. The Sun. Or Sol, which means sun in Spanish. Judgment. The World. The Iris. And lastly, the Emptiness. Again, it does look a little weird because the corners are not rounded. I don't know, it's my brain. It feels weird to me. All right, so this looks a lot better with the rounded edges. I did take it upon myself to round the edges myself on the first, well, one of the first decks that they sent me, because they sent me two the first time around. So technically this is the third deck that I've been sent, but it looks way better with the rounded edges. I just wanted to show you guys how it looked with rounded edges. It looks really, really nice. Okay, back to the video. So that was the ARCOIRIS edition of the Eyeris Tarot. I really, really love how the backs came out. The deck itself is very vibrant. And again, it has the same specs as the original. So it's the same cardstock thickness. It's the same matte coated soft touch, aka rose petal finish. I'm wondering how, should I shuffle this? It feels weird because the corners are not rounded. The original shuffles like a dream. So this one, I don't know, I gotta break it in. All right, I'm just a terrible shuffler, okay? Don't blame the deck, blame me. Look at these backings, it's so pretty. Now, because it is rose petal finish or soft touch finish, overhand it's gonna be just a little difficult, but like not too bad, you know? You could still get poppers or jumpers, however you wanna call it. Look at these backs. I can't get over the backs. This just looks so cool. I'm just gonna grab these to see what they are. I'm excited to bring this deck to life. I am for sure gonna round these corners though, because they're annoying me that they're not rounded. Because it just doesn't feel right. Okay, what did I get? The Hierophant. The Page of Cups. And the Ace of Cups. I didn't have a question in mind when I was shuffling. Like, I was kind of just shuffling for fun though. So if you guys want to interpret what this means, let us know in the comments down below. But yeah, I'm excited. I really like how the deck came out. Absolutely love the card backs. I'm excited for you guys to get this copy of the Eyeris Tarot in your hands. And I'll just wish for the best, I guess. Hopefully the Kickstarter gets funded. Never had a Kickstarter fund before, so it's gonna be new to me if it does. But I don't plan on taking too long to have things shipped out because the printer that I'm working with is in the US. I'm in the US, so it doesn't take that long to actually get the decks to me to ship them out anyways. It's a process in general though. Kickstarters, funding a big project or even just working on a big project is a process. What I'm gonna do with this second deck, I guess I don't know, use it for scrapbooking or just keep it as a backup for something, but we'll see. I do have to round those edges too because I don't like sharp edges. Well, that is it for this video, guys. If you stuck to this part of the video, please leave the rainbow emoji in the comments down below. Please also check out my Kickstarter, which will be linked in the description as well. As I'm posting the video, the Kickstarter should already be live. So go check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!